US President Donald Trump says he has received assurances that the killing of anti-government protesters in Iran has stopped, signaling a possible easing of tensions after days of threats of military action. Speaking to reporters in Washington, Trump said he had been told that the violence had ended and that planned executions of protesters were also halted. He said the information came from what he called very important sources on the other side.
Iran, you said that the killing has stopped. Who told you that the killings have stopped there? And if it's the Iranian regime?
We have been informed by very important sources on the other side, and they've said the killing has stopped and the executions won't take place. There was supposed to be a lot of executions today, and that the executions won't take place. And we're going to find out. I mean, I'll find out after this. You'll find out. But we've been told on good authority, and I hope it's true. Who knows, right? Who knows?
The comments came just hours after the United States and Britain began withdrawing some personnel from the Al Udeid air base in Qatar, amid fears of a possible US strike on Iran and retaliation by Tehran. Trump said the situation was still being closely monitored and did not rule out military action, but added that Iran had issued what he described as a very good statement.
Crazy buybacks. So how do you trust them?
You've seen that over the last few days, and they said people were shooting at them with guns, and they were shooting back, and it's one of those things. But they told me that there'll be no executions, and so I hope that's true.
Does this mean military action is now off the table against Iran?
Well, we're going to watch and see what the process is, but we were given a very good statement by people that are aware of what's going on.
Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi later told Fox News there was no plan to execute protesters, saying hangings were out of the question.
Are you moving forward with hangings of some of the protesters, or at least one of the protesters?
No, I haven't heard about that, and there is no any hanging today or tomorrow or whatever. That's
Friday?
I can tell you, but I'm confident about that. There is no plan for hanging at all.
Analysts say Trump's remarks suggest a softer tone after days of warning that Washington could intervene if Iran continued its crackdown. Meanwhile, Iran has warned it is ready to respond to any US attack. The head of the Revolutionary Guard, Mohammad Pakpour, said Iranian forces were at the height of readiness and accused both the US and Israel of fueling the unrest. Araghchi also claimed the government is now fully in control after days of deadly protests that began over the collapsing currency and rising living costs, and later turned into nationwide demonstrations against the leadership.
We consider these 3 days, 8 January to 10, which we faced with a vast terrorism operation as the continuation of 12-day war that were imposed on us by Israelis and Americans. So the 13th day of war was 8 January. That was the continuation of the war. So we were in the middle of the war. And now, after 3 days of terrorist operation, now there is a calm. We are in full control, and let's, hope that wisdom would prevail, and we don't go for a high level of tension, which could be disastrous for everybody.
Rights groups paint a far darker picture. Amnesty International says it has evidence of mass unlawful killings, including security forces firing directly at mostly peaceful protesters. Iranian state media acknowledges dozens of deaths, including more than 100 security personnel, blaming what it calls armed and terrorist groups. Iran is also experiencing a near-total internet blackout, now lasting more than 6 days, making it difficult to confirm what is happening on the ground. For now, Trump appears to be stepping back from immediate military action, but with tension still high, the risk of escalation in the region remains.